My name is Ian, and you're watching Bailey Built. Hey, thanks for tuning in. My name is Ian, and in this episode, I'm going to be showing you some of the footage from the Pomona swap meet that I went to in January of 2020. Also on this video, we're going to be test fitting my motor into the frame and checking out whether or not the headers I purchased fit. After I'm done with that, we're going to be taking the motor out and putting it on the run stand. So stay tuned because I've got a lot of exciting stuff for you to check out. Pomona swap meet 2020, January 19th. Let's show you what I got over here at the swap meet. I've got a new chrome power steering pump. I was able to pick this up for about $100. They also hooked me up with the steel braided hoses for my rack and pinion, so I got that. They also included the pulley. They're gonna send the pulley to me. That was another $80. The next thing I got, same guy, I got a high torque starter. It's not bad. $90 is what I paid for this, which is pretty good. RAB. The guy gave me a 2-year warranty. He gave me a 2-year warranty not only on the power steering pump, but also on the starter. And if these lines don't fit, he's willing to totally change them out. And he'll be sending me the polished aluminum pulley for the power steering pump for my big block 454. So check this guy out. It's got a good warranty, and he's out of San Bernardino. I got a bell housing. Now, I don't really need a bell housing, but I got this bell housing for my big block 454. And what this is gonna do is, after I sandblast it, give it a black coat of paint, this will go on my engine stand. My engine stand right now mounts to the engine mounts. It mounts to the back of the motor, but I also have another bracket on my engine run stand that'll hold the back of a bell housing. So I got this so that when I start the motor and the flywheel, that we don't get any fingers or nothing like that. Just keep it safe. So I got a donor bell housing right here. The guy gives me $15, so you can't go wrong. So $15, I got a bell housing, and I'm good to go, and that'll be a part for my engine run stand. I'll just sandblast it and paint it black and call it done. I was also able to go ahead and grab some Nitrolite gloves. I think I picked these up for $6 a box. Really good price. So if you're trying to stock up on, things like that, you can find a lot of good prices on these things here at swap meets. I was also able to pick up some bolts, body mount bolts. I was also able to pick up these nice stainless steel number 8 to number 6 head, and these are actually for my instrument cluster. My instrument cluster on my bezel, some of my interior screws that I need. So I was able to pick these up. I think I got this bag for $4, which wasn't bad. That's a good deal. And I've got them in stock. That's huge, right? So you can't just run out and get them. I also got the back clips for them. I think I paid like $2, and I got like 20 back clips for all of these screws right here. So I picked all this up, and then these are those long screws I got for the slosh tubs. These right here. And I got these because they're longer. They go through the fiberglass slosh tub, and they also have the washer. So I don't have to run a fender washer. It's already on it. The next thing, while I was in the swap meet, I also found a couple of guys. I got a little bit more information about some of the things I'm doing building this truck. I happened to find this guy. This radiator guy right here. This guy has a radiator with 4 rows. And then what he does is he doubles that up with another 4 rows. So the coolant actually goes to the radiator once and then goes through it a second time. This is really nice. I priced the radiator for my big block 454 at about $550 for the fan and the shroud and everything go with it. From some about $550. This guy was $1,100, and I would get double that, still fan, shroud, relay, temperature sensor, and everything that's going with that. So this is a guy I actually might really consider when getting this. The next guy that I found was Inland Empire Driveline. Now these guys, what we found today is he actually has a drive shaft that is a slip drive shaft. I've never seen that before. So right now, when I changed my long bed 1975 C-10 and I changed it from a 350 motor and I changed it to a big block 454, with a Turbo 400. My stock drive shaft doesn't work. So after talking to the guys, they're very helpful. My 2-piece drive shaft, the short piece, they can elongate that to fit up to my new transmission and where it sits. And then the longer drive shaft, they've got a slip drive shaft that then connects to my rear differential. And that's it. I got some great deals today. It was definitely worth the wait coming down here Saturday morning, stay in a hotel, come over here bright and early on a Sunday morning here at Pomona. Big car show. I'll show you some videos of that here shortly. And man, great time. Inside the booth, I've got the bell housing that I'm going to use for my engine run stand. So we already washed it off and cleaned it off and got a lot of gunk off. And I want to sandblast it so I can paint it black and I can use it for my engine run stand. Ready? Look at that. That's fine. Flip it and skip it. Okay, we're back. So I just finished getting my big block 454 into the frame and mounted up, and the reason why I'm getting the big block into the frame is because I got a little bit more mock-up to do. The first thing I need to check is headers. I bought a set of headers and I need to check to see if there's enough clearance down here. If there isn't enough clearance, then I need to return those and maybe have a custom header done. So when I bought this front suspension from Porterbuilt Fab, they did not have any information on what will work with the C-10 with a big block 454 using their Extreme 3 level 3 front end drop member kit. So we're going to be test fitting the headers I have and moving forward from there. I also bought a Porterbuilt Fab transmission cross member. I need to set this pinion angle right here and obviously get the holes drilled and that all mounted up. So I needed to basically put the engine and transmission back on the chassis so I can finish up some mock-up before this chassis gets disassembled. Can you believe it? I actually got that motor in by myself. Oh man, something else. I've been using this level system for my engine hoist. It's got the chains, it's got the brackets, it's got the bolts, and that's how I've been bolting that to my intake manifold. But now that I got my intake manifold and it's on there permanently and it's powder coated, I absolutely didn't want to scratch that thing up. So I called up Summit Racing and I picked up this, I picked up their version of an engine strap. Let me tell you, I was actually concerned if this engine strap was going to pick up the motor. It said on the website that it would pick up 1,200 pounds. So I knew it was capable of doing that, but I was just really concerned about this whole catch system. It picked it up. It picked up my motor right off the engine run stand, and then I bolted on the transmission, and it picked it up. It actually picked it up with ease. I was actually quite surprised. So there's a phone call coming in. Let's see what we got here. Now hopefully it's my headers. The headers I got were these headers right here from Summit Racing. It's the SUM-G9011. So these are a big block 454 header. I paid about $152.99, and I basically bought this because I wanted to see if this style header would fit. They're a long tube header. So here they are. Let's get them out of the box. And let's try to test fit one, see if I got any fitment issues. Here's what I got, a Porterbuilt suspension. These actually fit. It's this area right here. If I was just lop some of this off right here, it'll fit a lot better. Right there. The other side I got clearance, this side I don't have clearance. And the only other problem is these are long tube headers. They hang down lower than what I need, so if I drop it on the ground, it's gonna hit the headers. So what we'll do is we'll go return these long tubes for shorty headers. I get the shorty headers, I'll put them on, and then I'll just carefully take off a little bit of metal off of that bracketry for my drop member, and that should be good. Whew, at least I don't have to pay a bunch of money for some custom headers. I want to get the motor out, and I want to get the transmission back on that yellow engine stand, and I want to get that motor back on my run stand using this guy, the new bell housing I picked up at the swap meet in Pomona for $15. We're getting really close to sending off my suspension off the powder coat and build this truck for real. Man, I'm so excited. During this video, I didn't show footage, but I also set my transmission pinion angle. I had to set my transmission pinion angle so I can bolt in the transmission crossmember that I purchased from Porterbuilt Fab. The Porterbuilt Fab crossmember needed to be bolted in, so I had to drill a set of holes. There was also an extra bracket to stiffen up my frame that I also needed to weld in. So with setting my pinion angle, that allowed me to set my transmission cross member, drill the holes, weld the brackets, and bolt that in. Woo, man. We got this motor on the engine run stand. I'm using the new bell housing. Looks good. I think I'm ready to start this motor. How about you? Bam. Yes, let's start that motor. And with that said, I've sent an official invitation to the master mechanic, Mr. Whoopi. With this potential guest invite, we can have a master mechanic, Mr. Whoopi, come in here and help us start this motor on this run stand. And I can show you some of the things to get this thing running and also show you any problems we may or may not encounter. If you don't know Mr. Whoopi, you can find this expert at various car shows, at the Lincoln booth, teaching master classes of welding. And if that doesn't impress you, Mr. Whoopi is a famous hat model for most of the large big box retail stores for all the custom and stylized hats that you may ever need. Well, that's my time here. Join me next Friday with another C-10 build. I'll see you then.